Good afternoon, everyone. In this practical session, we will interface the sensor with the microcontroller. So here we will interface the ultrasonic sensor to the Arduino microcontroller. So aim of the experiment is to detect the distance of an object using the ultrasonic sensor and the Arduino board. Okay. So what are the requirements for this interfacing? So first is the Arduino programming board, then ultrasonic sensor, then power supply. So we will need the power supply of 5 volt, then breadboard and the connecting wires. Okay. So these are the pictures. So first is the Arduino board. So this is the Arduino microcontroller board. Okay. And this is the programming cable. So basically it is used to connect this with your laptop or PC. Okay. Then second picture. So this is the ultrasonic sensor. So afterwards, I will explain the working of this ultrasonic sensor. Then we will need the connectors or the jumper wires. So we need male and female connectors. And then we will need the adapter, which will convert 230 volt AC into 12 volt DC. Okay, so these are standard available in the market, 230 to 12 volt adapters. And we need the Arduino programming software. Okay, so this is the user interface of that software. So first we will understand the working of the ultrasonic sensor. So here you can see the ultrasonic sensor. So ultrasonic sensor, it has one transmitter. So this transmitter, it will create the sonic burst. So it will transmit that sound. Okay. And the second is the receiver. Okay. So receiver will receive the sound which is reflected from the object or an obstacle. Okay. So you can understand here. So this is the side view of that sensor. So suppose this is the transmitter and this is the receiver. Okay. And suppose we have one obstacle here. So this is an object. Okay. So this object, it is at distance S from that sensor. Okay. So this sensor, it will create the ultrasonic sound. Okay. So this transmitter will transmit the sound signal. And from this obstacle or object, the sound signal will get reflected. And then it is received by this receiver. Okay. So suppose the object is at distance S. Then we can find out this distance S depending on the time interval between the sound transmitted and the sound received. Okay. So suppose the time T is the time which is between the sound transmitted and the sound received. Okay, and S, it is the distance of the object from the sensor. Okay, and V is the velocity of the sound. So V is the velocity of the sound in the air. Okay, so which is generally 340 meter per second. Okay, so we know the formula for velocity. So velocity is equal to, it is a distance upon time. Okay, so here basically the time t, it is between the signal transmitted and the signal received. Okay, so we can write this so that we can get the value of s. So s is the required distance, so that is equal to this velocity into time. Okay, so but this time t, it is the total time. That means first signal or the sound wave, it will travel up to the object. Okay, and from the object it will get reflected up to the receiver. Okay, so this total time is nothing but the t. Okay, but we need the displacement s, and for this time will be t upon 2. Okay, so it is the half time of the total time. Okay, that means total time which is recorded by this sensor. So we will use here displacement s is equal to v into t by 2. Okay, so s is the required distance of the object from this sensor. Okay, so we will put the value of velocity here. So this is equal to 340, this is in meter per second, into time t divided by 2. Okay, now the microcontroller, it measures this time t in terms of microsecond. Okay, and therefore we need to convert this in terms of microsecond. Okay, so the velocity of the sound, it is equal to 340 meter per second. So we will convert this in terms of centimeter per microsecond. Okay, so first convert 340 meter into centimeter. So it will be 340 into 10 raised to 2. This will be in centimeter. And this second, we will convert this in terms of microsecond. So it is equal to 10 raised to 6 microsecond. Okay, so finally we will get the unit as a centimeter per microsecond. So we will simplify this. So we will get 340 into 10 raised to minus 4 centimeter per microsecond. Okay, so this will be 0.034 centimeter per microsecond. Okay, so put this value of velocity here. So we will get the displacement s, that is equal to 0.034 into recorded time t by that sensor or the Arduino board. Okay, upon 2. So this formula, it will give the value of the distance of that object in terms of centimeter. Okay, because this time t, it is recorded in terms of microsecond. Okay, so here microsecond and microsecond will get cancelled, so remaining value is centimeter. Okay, so by this formula we can record or we can measure the distance of the object in terms of centimeter. Okay, so we have to use this formula when we will program the microcontroller. Okay, so this is the theory of this ultrasonic sensor, how the ultrasonic sensor works and how it records the value of the displacement or the records the value of time. Okay, so now we will see how to interface or how to connect the ultrasonic sensor with the microcontroller. So this is the microcontroller board. So this is the Arduino board. So this part is the microcontroller. Okay, so this microcontroller has some output port and has some input ports. Okay, so here we will use the digital output port. So you can observe here this 7 and pin number 8. Okay, so this 7 and pin number 8, they are connected with the 7 and pin number 8 of this microcontroller. Okay, so these connections are given separately so that we can directly connect this with the help of the jumper wires. Okay, And here there are some ports which are used as a power. Okay, so here power has a 5 volt, so this is the output supply. Okay, and this is the ground. So we'll use this to wire the ultrasonic sensor. Okay, now how to connect this ultrasonic sensor with the microcontroller? So here first observe the ultrasonic sensor. So for this ultrasonic sensor, it has 4 connections. So first is the VCC, and last is the ground. Okay, and this trigger and the echo. So I will explain what is the role of VCC, trigger, echo, and ground. So VCC and ground, they are used to give the power supply so that this ultrasonic sensor will create the ultrasound. Okay, so VCC means what? We need to supply the 5 volt signal. Okay, and ground means what? We will supply the 0 volt signal. Okay, so this 5 volt, it is connected with the 5 volt of this microcontroller board. Okay, that means this 5 volt will supply the signal to this ultrasonic sensor, and this 0 volt, it is connected to the ground. Okay, so you can, so this is connected on the breadboard. So this white section, it is the breadboard. So on the breadboard, these are connected vertically. Okay, therefore I have connected the wire here. So this is connected directly to the ground. So you can observe here. So it can receive the 0 volt. So this will receive 0 volt. Okay, then this 5 volt. So this is the connection of that 5 volt. So this 5 volt is connected. So this is connected to 5 volt on the microcontroller board. So it will supply the 5 volt signal. Okay, and then this trigger and the echo pulse, they are connected to pin number 7 and pin number 8. Okay, so this trigger, so this is the connection for trigger. It is connected to pin number 7, and echo, it is connected to pin number 8. Okay, so this is the wire connection or the wire diagram for the ultrasonic sensor and the microcontroller. Okay, so what is the role of this trigger and the echo pulse? So you can observe here this trigger and echo. So trigger means what? We need to supply one small pulse. So basically this is a voltage pulse. Okay, to this trigger connector, and once it receives the trigger pulse from the microcontroller, it will create this ultrasound. Okay, that means we are giving the instruction to the ultrasonic sensor to create the ultrasound. Okay, so it will transmit this sound signal. Okay, and this echo pulse means what? When it will, receiver will receive this reflected sound, echo pulse, it will produce one signal. Okay, that means basically it will record the time value between the transmitted signal and the received signal. Okay, so basically this trigger pulse, it will receive the signal from the microcontroller, and this echo pulse, it will send the signal to the microcontroller. Okay, so this signal, it will be as a function of the time signal. Okay, and here this is connected with the help of the USB cable to the computer. Okay, so that we can program this microcontroller. Okay, and if you want to use this as a standalone device, then we can use the adapter. So we will connect here adapter, which is a 230 volt to 12 volt. Okay, or we can directly run this microcontroller and the ultrasonic sensor by using the USB. Okay, so basically USB, it supplies the 5 volt, So this is the actual circuit. So I have connected here the sensor on the breadboard, okay, and these are the connectors, and this is your microcontroller board, that is Arduino board, and this is the 5-volt supply from the PC. Okay, so basically this USB cable, it serves two functions. One is we can program the microcontroller, okay, by using Arduino software, and second, it supplies the 5-volt supply. Okay, so by using this 5-volt supply, we can run this complete circuit. Okay, so you can see here actual connections. So as I just explained, the ultrasonic sensor, it has 5 connectors. One is 5-volt. So basically this is a VCC. Then this is a ground, and one is trigger, and second is the echo. Okay. So 5-volt and ground, you can observe here. So this green line or green wire, it is connected to the 5-volt, and this red wire, it is connected to the ground. So this 5-volt is connected here. So this is the 5-volt. Then this red wire, it is the ground. So this is a 0-volt. Okay. Then we are using the 7 and 8 output port or output pin of the microcontroller. So basically these are digital ports. That means it will supply the digital pulse. Okay. So 8 number, so it is connected to the trigger, and 7 number, it is connected to the echo pin. Okay. So now we have to program the microcontroller so that we can detect the distance and we can record the time value. Okay. So our aim is to detect the object within 12 and 13 centimeter from the sensor. Okay, so I will draw this schematic diagram so you can understand. So this is the ultrasonic sensor. Suppose this is 12 centimeter and this is 13 centimeter. Okay, so if any object it enters into this range 12 to 13 centimeter, then we will send the notification, okay, on the computer screen, okay, that object is within 12 to 13 centimeter distance. Okay, so suppose any object enters between 12 to 13 centimeter, then immediately we will send the signal or one message to computer screen, okay, that object is within 12 to 13 centimeter, and immediately we need to blink the LED as an indication. Okay, so LED is on the microcontroller board only. Okay, so for this we will program the microcontroller. So this Arduino programming, it is quite similar to the C programming. Okay, So when you program the microcontroller, you should know the sequence of various operations that will be performed by that microcontroller. Okay. So here you can observe the schematic diagram. So here, this is the microcontroller. It is connected to the sensor. So this is ultrasonic sensor. Okay. So we are only using the two output pins or two digital pins of that microcontroller, pin number 7 and pin number 8. Okay. So pin number 7, so this is used as a output pin. That means it will send the trigger signal to the ultrasonic sensor. Okay. And pin number 8, it is used as a input pin. That means it will send the signal to the microcontroller in terms of time value. Okay. And pin number 7, it will send the signal to the ultrasonic sensor. So why this trigger signal is required? Because when pin number 7, it will send the signal to the ultrasonic sensor, then ultrasonic sensor, it will create the sound pulse. Okay. So basically it will create 8-bit sound burst. So this is a sonic burst. Okay. So from the obstacle, it will get reflected, and then it is sensed by this receiver, and then receiver will send the signal to the microcontroller. Okay. So the signal sent to the microcontroller, it will be function of the time value. Okay. So it is a time interval between the signal sent and signal received. Okay. So for that, we need to program this microcontroller so that it will send one pulse that is called as a trigger pulse. So this trigger pulse will be like this. Okay. So here it will be a pulse of 10 microsecond. So this is called as a high pulse for 10 microsecond. And for remaining time or remaining time interval, it will be a low pulse. So this is called as a trigger pulse. Okay. So our task is we need to create the trigger pulse of 10 microsecond. Okay. After that, ultrasonic sensor, it will create this sound burst or sonic burst having the 8 cycle. So basically this is ultrasound. Okay. From the obstacle, this ultrasound will get reflected. It will be sensed by the receiver, and receiver will send the signal to the microcontroller. Okay. And then we need to record that echo signal, which is given by the ultrasonic sensor. Okay. In terms of time value. So for that, we need to define the variables for pin number 8 and pin number 7. Okay. So here constant int is the data type, and we can use any variable. So I'm using a trigger pin. Okay. So this trigger pin, it is just to define pin number 7 as a trigger pin. So right here 7, then give the semicolon. So this is the first line of your program. Similarly, constant integer, then echo pin. You can use any other variable, just you can write echo and trigger, it doesn't matter. So this is a user defined variables. So echo pin, it is pin number 8, and one more pin we will use constant integer to blink the LED. So this is pin number 13. So I'm using 13 because on the microcontroller, the pin number 13 is connected to the LED on that microcontroller. Okay. And therefore I am using pin number 13. So here we have just defined our variables, trigger pin, echo pin, and LED, and corresponding pin numbers are 7, 8, and 13. Okay. So 7, 8, and 13, these are all digital pin of the microcontroller. Then we will enter into the void setup. So basically, in the Arduino programming, there are two functions. One is a void setup and second is the void loop. Okay. So void setup, So in this function, code will run only once. So in the void setup function, we will define this pin, whether it is an output pin or it is an input pin. Okay. So for that, we will use pin mode. So this is the standard function, pin mode, and in bracket use the same name, trigger pin, as it is. So what is basically pin mode means? We are specifying whether the trigger pin is the output pin, that means it will send the signal, or it is the input pin, it will receive the signal. So trigger pin, it is the output pin. So this is the output pin. Okay. Then second, pin mode. Second is the echo pin. Echo pin is the input pin. Give the semicolon. Then next is the LED. So pin mode. LED is again output pin. Okay. And last, we will use one serial command. So serial dot begin. So this command, it is used so that we can display the data on the screen from the microcontroller. Okay. So this is our void setup. Okay. In the void setup, we have defined the trigger pin, echo pin, and LED pin as the output or the input pin. Now then next function is void setup, void loop. So this function, it is similar to the main function in C programming language. Okay. So this is your actual code. So here in the void loop, we will send the signal to output pin. So your first line. So this is the command digital write. So meaning of digital write is we will send the low or high signal to that pin. So digital write, we want to send the signal to the trigger pin, that means pin number 7. So first we will send the low signal, that means 0 volt. So 0 volt means this is the signal. Okay. So this is for 2 microsecond. So after this, use the command delay microsecond. So these are the standard commands in the Arduino library, microsecond. In bracket write 2, that means it will send the low signal to the trigger pin number 7 for 2 microsecond. Okay. After that, we want to make this high for 10 microsecond. So again write digital write trigger pin, that means pin number 7 high, and this is for 10 microsecond. So give the delay. So delay microsecond 10. That means after this, we will get this pulse for 2 microsecond. Okay. Then we will write digital write trigger pin high. So here we will get this signal like this, and it will remain high for 10 microsecond. Okay. After that, we want to make it again low so that we can get this complete pulse. Okay. So right here, digital write then trigger pin low. Okay. For the remaining time interval. Okay. So that we will get this complete pulse. So basically it is a pulse for 10 microsecond high. So this pulse will work as a trigger pulse. Okay, that means it will give the signal to the ultrasonic sensor so that it will send the ultrasound. Now we want to record the duration from this echo pin. So we have already specified echo pin is the pin number 8. Okay. So record the time, we need to define two more variables. So we will define here. The first is the integer duration, and second it is the integer distance. Okay, so this duration, it is used to store the time value, and distance is used to store the distance value. Okay, so we want to record the duration from the echo pin, because echo pin will store the time value between the ultrasound sent and ultrasound received. So duration is equal to, so this duration is recorded by using this signal, by using this command. So command is pulse in. So this is the standard command. Now we have to specify which pin will record that. So it is nothing but the echo pin, that is pin number 8. And to record this value of time, we want to make it high. So just write here high. Okay. So that means it will store the value of the time in this variable, that is a duration. Okay. Now we will use this duration value to find out the distance. So distance, it is equal to, now refer the formula. So we have already derived that formula. So that formula is distance is equal to 0.034 into time value divided by 2. Okay. So this duration is nothing but the total time. Okay. So just write this formula for distance. So distance is equal to, t is nothing but duration. So this value is nothing but t into 0.034 and divided by 2. Okay. And then to send the message on the computer screen, we will use the for loop, if loop. So our aim is, we want to show the position of the object between 12 centimeter to 13 centimeter. Okay. So if the distance, okay, that means the recorded distance, it is less than or equal to 13, and the recorded distance, if it is greater than or equal to 12, then we need to send this signal. So it is serial dot print. So this command is used to send the message on the screen. Distance is, that means distance of that object is in between, you can give any message, 12 and 13 centimeter. Okay. And you can give the exact distance. So after that, you can write serial dot print, and directly you can show the value of distance, that is actual value. So in bracket, write down distance. Okay. So this is similar to the printf and scanf. So this distance value will be printed after this line. Okay. So you can give here semicolon, and then you can give the delay of 2000. So delay 2000, this command, it means it will give the delay for 2 seconds. Okay. and there is second command which is a microsecond. So it will give the delay in terms of microsecond. So you can complete this loop, okay, and then you can close the loop function, that is your main function. So this is your complete program. So now we will see how to write this program in the Arduino software. So this is the Arduino software. So to write a new program, you select the file, then new. So this is the screen for the new program. You can see here there are two functions. One is void setup and second is the void loop. Okay. So before void setup, we will define the pin 7, 8, and 13. Okay. So here use constant integer. So this is a data type. Then define your function variable. So we are using trigger pin, that is a trig pin, and that pin number is 7. That means we have specified the pin number 7 as a trigger pin, that is output pin. Then second constant integer echo pin. So it is pin number 8. So basically it is a input pin. It will send the time signal to the microcontroller. Then constant integer LED. So this LED variable, it is used to send the signal to the LED blink. So it is pin number 13. Okay. Then to store the duration value and distance value, we need two more variables. So one is integer, that is the duration, and second integer and distance. Okay. Then enter into the void setup. So here you can read this void setup function. It will run only once. Okay. So in this void setup, just define the trigger pin as output and echo pin as a input. So use the command pin mode in bracket, write the variable, that is a trigger pin, comma, and it is output. Then give semicolon. Then second pin mode, then echo pin, and echo pin is input, and LED is again output. So pin mode. Okay. And then we will use one command that is called as serial command. So it is serial dot begin. So this is used to read the data from the microcontroller, and you can display the data on the computer screen. So this is basically for the serial communication. And now enter into the void loop. So you have to write the main code of your program here. So our aim is we want to make the trigger pin high for 10 microsecond and low for 2 microsecond. So command is digital write, and pin is trigger pin. So trigger pin, make it low for 2 microsecond. So give the delay. So delay microsecond. Then make it high for 10 microsecond. So digital write. And give the delay for 10 microsecond. And then again make it low for the remaining time interval. So again use the function digital write. Okay, so after that we will record the time value from the echo pin. Okay, so we will record this value in the variable duration. So write duration that we already defined as an integer. So duration is equal to, now we will use the command. So this is the standard command. So it is pulse in bracket. Echo pin will send that signal of time. So echo pin, and we will make it high. Okay. So by using this command, we can measure the total time from signal sent to the signal received. Okay. And then from using this time, we will find out the distance. So in the distance variable, it is equal to, it is duration into 0.034 and divided by 2. So it will give the distance value of the object with respect to the sensor. Okay. And now we have to give the message when the object is within 12 to 13 centimeter. So we will use the if command. If in bracket, if the distance is less than or equal to 13 and distance is greater than or equal to 12, then we will send the message. So command is serial dot print so distance is in between 12 to 13. Okay. And we will print the exact value of distance. So again use serial dot print and value is distance, which is to be printed on the screen, and give the delay for 1 or 2 seconds. So 2000 means 2 seconds. Okay, so this is your complete program. So here, this command, it will send the trigger pulse of 10 microsecond. So it will activate the ultrasonic sensor. After that, ultrasonic sensor will send the sonic burst, that means sound signal. And then this command, it will record the time value, okay, between the signal sent and signal received. Okay. From this, we will find out the distance by using this line. And then we will compare this in the if command. Okay, so if the distance of that object is between 13 centimeter and 12 centimeter, we will give the message on the screen distance is in between 12 to 13 centimeter. And even we can print the value of the distance, whether it is 12 centimeter or it is 13 centimeter. Okay. After that, we have to send this program to the microcontroller. So connect the USB cable to the USB port of your computer. And then there is an option in the sketch verify and compile. So you can compile this program. Okay, so you can read here done compiling. That means your program is correct. Okay, if there is any error in your program, then you can read that error here. And then we have to send this to the microcontroller board. So there is one command. So just click here, upload. Okay, so this arrow is nothing but we will upload that program on the microcontroller. So you can read the uploading and done uploading. That means your program is successfully uploaded on the microcontroller. Okay. So now you can see the actual working. So this is the ultrasonic sensor. It is mounted on the breadboard. Okay. So it is connected to the Arduino microcontroller by using these connectors. So this is the transmitter and this is the receiver. So here our aim is if there is an object between 12 to 13 centimeter, okay, it will send the signal to the computer screen. Okay. And at the same time, it will blink the LED on the microcontroller board. Okay. So here you can observe if the object enters into the zone, which is a 12 to 13, okay, then it will blink the LED. So actually this ultrasonic sensor, it doesn't give the accurate value. So if the object enters between 13 to 14 centimeter, it will blink the LED. Okay. But you can understand the working of this ultrasonic sensor. So you observe here. When it is close to 13 or 12 centimeter, you can observe the LED is blinking. So that means it is giving the signal to the computer. So now we want to read the data from that microcontroller. Okay. And therefore, in the tool menu, select the serial monitor. And on this screen, we can read the data which is sent by that microcontroller. So here you can observe when the object enters between 12 to 13, we will read this message. Distance is in between 12 to 13. And at the same time, it will give the exact value of distance, whether it is 13, whether it is close to 13 or close to 12 centimeter. So as we change the position, we can get the different readings. So basically these values or different lines, they are printed after 2 seconds. Okay, because we have given the pause for 2 seconds. Okay, we can reduce that. We can change the command delay to 1000. It will be after 1 second. Okay. So this is how we can interface the ultrasonic sensor to the Arduino microcontroller, and we can read the data which is sent by the microcontroller, and we can display that data on the computer screen. So similarly, we can interface the temperature sensor or a DC or servo motor with this microcontroller.